Welcome to Milo's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another episode of Blaster Chats. Today's episode is maxed right out of the box. You guys are going to say, I've never heard that term. What does that mean exactly? Quite simple. Maxed right out of the box means you can't get it to go any higher. It's as high as it's going to go, period. Usually because if it's a Springer, because of the size of the plunger tube. Okay. I have a couple examples out of blasters that were maxed right out of the box when you got them. This is one, the Game Page Try-On. Okay, guys that I know they've replaced springs, they've added extra spacers, things like that to try to get more power out of this blaster. This doesn't happen. Blaster's great, it shoots at about 220 or so, which is awesome for most clubs, but some people, they want it to go higher. They can't. Okay? Here's another example as well. You guys all know this one. This is the MK2. Okay? The MK2 has the same thing. It was maxed right out of the box. Yes, you could put a spring spacer in and you would get extra compression out of it, but you would also kill your spring prematurely and kill your catch as well. So it's a trade-off. Do you want to trash an $80 blaster over an extra 20 FPS or so? Choice is yours, when it comes to that. But my thing is that blasters like this that are already maxed right out of the box, okay? As I said, that's exactly what it means. You're not going to get much more out of the blaster no matter what you do. So basically all that's left to do to it is just like maybe cosmetic mod it or something like that. Okay, that's if you truly want to mod it. Now, for some people, it's a bonus to have a blaster that's maxed right out of the box. And for some people, it's not. Now, for the people that a blaster like this would help, one that's maxed right out of the box, would be somebody who absolutely goes to a game, has no interest in modding it or tuning it or anything, or they're a brand new person. If it's a new person to the community, yeah, definitely get a blaster that's already maxed right out of the box, unless you want to take the time and mod it yourself or whatever, which is fine. You can do whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But blasters like this that are maxed right out of the box, like the Try-On, the MK2, they're more or less designed for new people, in my opinion. Because they're already maxed out of the box, you're not going to get much more performance out of them, and usually blasters that are maxed out of the box perform pretty good, pretty consistently. So it's a good thing. Now, the bad part about it is, this blaster wouldn't be good for somebody like me. Most people that I know that actually tune blasters, this blaster, it's great. Yeah, it definitely has the form factor and all that, but it's maxed right out of the box. We're not going to get much more out of it, unfortunately. So basically, you're paying like $80 or whatever it is for a 220 FPS blaster. That you're not going to get much more. The thing that tipped me off to this blaster being maxed right out of the box was when Drac made his parts for it. He had a 1.5 spacer, which is slightly bigger than the normal 1-inch spacers. He dropped the 1.5 spacer in with a 1-inch spacer, so he had a 2.5-inch spacer, and it didn't give any more oomph to his blaster at all. So that kind of told me right then and there it's maxed right out of the box. Now, what causes a blaster to be maxed right out of the box? Usually with a Springer, it's the plunger tube. The size of the tube dictates everything. Okay? The size of the tube will dictate how much barrel to use, what kind of spring load to use to get the maximum length of power. There's an actual mathematical formula to it. But yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like, Now, is a blaster like this a good blaster? For people new to the community, yes. And I won't crap on anybody for buying this blaster. Believe me, I have one after all, see. But, it's good for new people to the community. because then it'll teach them, how to properly set up a blaster for different modes of gameplay, because this blaster can be dialed from 130 to 200. It is what it is. And if you put the chevron darts in it, you'll get a little bit more off to it. But like I said, that's it. That's maxed right out of the box performance. You could either choose maxed right out of the box performance, or you can mod it yourself and get it to go higher. Me, 200 to 220 is not really anything to scream about. It's a nice starting point, but I prefer 300 plus, or at least 275 or something. 200 to me, that's nothing. I can't feel that. But like I said, a blaster like this, though, would be good for new people. People like me, not really. But for new people in the community, absolutely. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Blaster Chat on blasters that are basically known as maxed right out of the box. Until next time, this is Milo's Mods signing off.